how to get into the flow state. The flow state, or some athletes call it the zone, is when you're so focused on the task at hand, so present, so clear-headed, beyond the point of distraction, that you get some of the best work done that you've ever gotten done in your life. Step 1 to get into the flow state, challenge yourself a bit. If it's too easy, it'll be too boring and tedious to get into the flow state. And if it's too hard, it'll be too challenging, too anxiety-inducing to get into that flow state. So if you want to get into the flow state doing something easy like folding your fucking laundry, challenge yourself a bit. Say, you know what, I'll do it by this time. Speed through that laundry and you'll get into the flow state a lot easier. Or if you want to get into the flow state doing something difficult, there's 2 tips that I have for you to get into the flow state much easier. Tip number 1 is to simply be present and mindful while doing that activity. This is not easy because typically all day long we're in our head overthinking, doing things that sap our fucking presence, like scrolling on TikTok. So one thing you can do is practice meditation. Meditation is being aware of your 5 senses, your thoughts, your emotions, and just letting all those things go. You're just aware of them without judging them, and you let them go. The more you practice this, the easier it becomes to be mindful and present throughout everyday life. But keep in mind, this is not easy, and you need to practice this daily to get good at it and to be able to do it throughout the day. And the second tip I have for you is visualization. Your subconscious mind has no concept of imagination and reality, so when you visualize yourself in your desired reality with that goal already achieved, you start to believe that this is already you. This is why you hear of athletes saying, yo, I visualized myself holding that championship trophy. And then what did they do? They won the fucking championship. If you've ever visualized before, you know that you feel pretty damn good, right? But then when you're done visualizing, you go back to those same negative thoughts you've always had saying, I can't do this, I'll never achieve this goal, this is too difficult. So that's where this meditative presence aspect comes into play. Because while you're doing that hard activity, your mind will be saying, yo, you can't do this is too hard, etc., etc. But you just need to be aware of those thoughts with presence, with mindfulness, and non-judgment. Don't say this is a good or bad thought, this emotion, this anxiety within me is good or bad. You just are aware of them, you let them go, and you get into the flow state pretty fucking easily. But obviously, meditation and visualization is not easy. You need to practice this a lot. But the more you practice this, the easier it'll become. The easier it'll be to get into the flow state doing anything you want to do. And this is where your best work will come from.